What's up, y'all? It's 2022. I ain't seen y'all since last year. I'm gonna talk about my New Year's resolution and how I really don't fucking have one. I have been practicing creating themes versus resolutions for about 3 years now, because I started it in 2019, and it has been a game changer in my life.
Got my passport. I've been searching, I've been working to get out this town. Country hopping, baby.
What's up, y'all boys? It's your girl Asia, like the continent, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I make weekly lifestyle and fashion videos covering my life here in London, England. As you saw by the title of this video, I'm gonna talk about my New Year's resolution and how I really don't fucking have one. I actually don't practice New Year's resolutions in the traditional sense. I just set short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals for what I want to accomplish, and that helps me process and not put so much unneeded pressure on myself to maintain this transformation that I give myself at the end of one year into the beginning of another. So it just really helps me focus on what I want to prioritize, allows me to create an overarching theme, because that's what I do. I don't have resolutions, I have themes that I carry out through the year, and that helps anchor what I do, helps me be more intentional about my choices and more steadfast in my goals. All right, for one, I don't have a fancy journal or template that I use on my MacBook that's super aesthetically pleasing and all of that. Like, I write it down by hand, and if I'm really feeling like, ooh, I might put it in a Word doc. That's it. I said all that to say it doesn't need to be in a $35, 35-pound journal. You can literally set your goals and intentions on a piece of paper. It's all about what's up here, what's in here, and how you project it out into the world. Talking about my overarching theme. So when I think about what I want my theme to be for a given year, given time frame in my life, honestly, I let it just come to me. Like, I literally thought of the 3 themes that I have for this year. One has been something that it's been a word that has literally just been playing in my head for a while. The other one came from a quote that I saw that I thought was really dope. And the third one just kind of allows me to not put so much unneeded pressure on myself when it comes to things. So the first one I have is discipline. This year I want to be more disciplined in my content creation, in my health and wellness, in my financial literacy and freedom, and a few other places as well that I will talk about in terms of what I prioritize in the sense of discipline. But discipline is my first one. They say that discipline is what you need when motivation runs out, and I completely agree. I've said, like, maybe like my first or second video that I ever made on YouTube was what drives me to go further and what allows me to reach my goals is when my motivation runs out and my passion, I'm not like feeling completely up to it. Commitment to something is what pushes me to that next step. Like, I'm telling myself I'm gonna do something, I'm telling someone else I'm going to do something, so I'm gonna try my best to do so. And obviously there are things that come up in life, like we are literally in the middle of a global pandemic still, and that's something that's completely out of our control. But how we go about our day-to-day is something we can control, and that too is to be said with any obstacle that comes in your way when it comes to attaining and reaching a goal. So discipline is my first overarching theme. There's a quote that I saw that said, "The journey is the goal." And I was like, oh my God, like, duh, the journey is the goal. Like, I don't care how you get there, just get there if you can. Like, don't stop believing. Hello, journey. Like, it's so many things. It's so many things. It just made sense for me, especially where the point that I am in my life, focusing on the journey and the path to get to where I need to be is at the utmost importance for me. Being able to be present and experience the things that I'm experiencing, to make the memories that I am, and not pigeonholing myself to one set way of doing things, because there's multiple avenues to get to my goal. I just need to focus on the journey and the path to get me there. So the journey is the goal, people. And then lastly, this one is just something that I want to help, again, anchor the other two, but it's grace. Giving myself grace, allowing myself to be graceful in what I do, and really not allowing myself to, like, I don't know, be my own worst critic. You know what I mean? Like, I, for one, and I know from the people that I've spoken to, whether it be my mentors that are 5, 10, 20 years older than me, or people that I have in my life that are my peers or that are younger than me, like, we all put this unnecessary pressure on ourselves, and we can be our own worst critic, and we're always striving for something else and trying to attain something new. And on one hand, it's a beautiful thing because it means that we're not content, and we're trying to make the most out of this life that we have. But at the same time, we put so much unnecessary pressure on ourselves, and I think I probably said that in this video like 5 times, but I mean it, and I'm saying it to you guys, but I'm also reiterating it to me. Like, don't put so much unnecessary pressure on yourself. Don't do it. Like, for what? For what? You put yourself through so much. You strive, you grind, you do all this stuff, and then you have like this anxiety buildup of like, okay, what's my next thing? Or you get so bogged up in your thoughts that you procrastinate because it's like your body is reacting to everything that you're trying to do and everything around you, and it just shuts down. Like, who wants that? Not me. Allowing myself grace, extending that grace to others, and allowing and knowing that we are all in this together. Like, we're all in this together, and we just have to be kind to one another and realize that everyone is going through something, and it might seem minuscule or irrelevant to some, but it could mean the world to the next person, and you have to allow and extend grace to yourself and to others. Those are my 3 overarching themes. I'm really, really happy about them. Again, they kind of either just came to me, or it was something that I've been toying and dealing with, or it was something that I was inspired by that I was like, that's it. And it all comes down to kind of listening to yourself, listening to your gut, listening to your body, and figuring out what you want that theme to be for yourself. Because it wasn't something that I came up with overnight. Like, the first theme happened probably like the end of November, beginning of December when I thought about it. And then the other 2 kind of just, again, came to me as they came to me. I have about 11-ish goals or subcategories within my goals that I want to focus on, and I drill down on, like, and I prioritize which ones mean the most to me, because I'm obviously not at the same point in my life every single day. I'm going to focus on all 11 of them. That's just not realistic. But I do have things within each wheelhouse, and I'll go through what I mean by that in a little bit. But I have things that are in each kind of bucket that I want to focus on. I think I mentioned this in like again, an older video, but this concept of having a wheel of balance in your life, and it being like a circular thing, and you focus on an aspect within your life that you want to make sure that everything's aligned. And when a wheel is obviously aligned, you're able to move smoothly through whatever journey that you're trying to, or destination that you're trying to get to. So the same thing applies in this metaphorical sense, whether it be financial, relationship, familial, spiritual, education, or like knowledge, wisdom, a few other ones too. I can't think of them off the top of my head, I'm so sorry, but it's like 6 or 8 that you'll have in your wheelhouse that you may or may not want to focus on or want to give more attention to. So for mine, the first one I have is fitness and health and wellness, which I mentioned. Filming more content for my social media platforms. So here with you beautiful folks on my YouTube channel, as well as me growing my Instagram as well as my TikTok followers. So lots and lots of dope content coming for y'all boys this year. I'm so excited to roll it out. Like, it's gonna be great, really truly. Finance, like I said, mastering my craft. So the more that I do something, the more that I give attention to it, the better I become at it. The more I learn about it, the more I'm able to master it and be an expert in my field. And that's what I want to do, because why put your mind to something if you're not gonna put your mind to something, you know what I mean? Making some money, because that is important. I am a broke college student and I need some money. So creating memories and experiences that falls into travel, as well as just exploring and being present in the state that I'm in. Relationships overall, whether that be romantic, platonic, or familial, just focusing more on the people that I want in my life and the people that want me in theirs, and how to foster long-standing relationships with those people. School. And I have beauty on here, but I think by beauty I just mean my skincare. Like, if you guys saw, and I'm gonna do another video on my skincare routine and just my skin journey, like, I'll save that for another day, because that is, whew, your girl has come a long way. A long way. Within those themes, within those buckets, I kind of wrote down, like, for each subtitle, I wrote down like SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. That's like the acronym for SMART. So for each one, I set very specific things and gave myself a timeline, gave myself a deadline, gave myself type of certain metrics, qualitative and quantitative, so I can keep on track with my goals and make sure that I accomplish them. So I did that for literally each bucket, and you can't see them because they're personal. So like, I have been practicing creating themes versus resolutions for about 3 years now, because I started it in 2019, and it has been a game changer in my life. Like, last year was all about freedom and liberation, and it got me to London. The year before that was intentionality, and I can't remember what it was in 2019, but I know whatever it was, it helped me get to 2020. So it's just something that I continually practice, and it's something again that I carry throughout the year, and it helps me not be anxious and overwhelmed with the things that I want to attain in my life. Within those, I created priorities, because some things are just going to take more precedent over the others. My top priorities are content creation, and I mentioned that, my health, physical well-being, my wellness and fitness, creating a career, and I literally put finding/creating a career that fits me. Financial freedom and literacy, relationship building, and school. School is literally my last priority. It's still a priority, but it's not top. that's all I have for you guys. Again, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys were able to take things away from it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. And until next time, y'all boys, peace.
Got my passport. I've been searching, I've been working to get out this town. Country hopping, baby.